Hi there guys, and welcome back to Crypto Rise. Today we're going to be looking at Quant, and we're just doing a daily update, of course. And before we get into the video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this week. I wanted to extend it from last week and I didn't release a winner, so it's going to be 2 Quant. And all you guys have to do is like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and in the comments below say that you've done all 3. Now let's get straight into the video. So as we can see, obviously the coins aren't doing too well at the moment. The whole market's a bit low. It's all on like 0%. There's not been much change in the market. On a 7-day basis, everything's gone down low because obviously Ethereum's been hit by the FTX crash and the hackers that have been selling off Ethereum tokens. So we've spoken about that before, but with obviously all the stable coins are going to be as they are. They're not going to be fluctuating too much, even though there has been some fluctuation. You can see it here, and USDT has had its a lot of backlash about whether it's even a safe stable coin. And obviously you see Cardano and Cardano XRP, they're up there as well. Doge, I mean, obviously it's known as a meme coin, but it's still up there because it has a lot of money still circulating in it. We'll scroll down, we see Shiba Inu. Solana's been the one that's still been dropping, which is crazy. I don't know if it's worth investing in it, but our main focus today is obviously Quant. Now let's look at its trading view chart. Now if we look at it closely, to get rid of that, if we look at it closely on a 2-hour chart, it's not been too bad, but at the same time it's still dropped a lot since a couple of weeks ago, during mid-November, when it recovered from FTX crash. It went back up to around 121. Now it fluctuated a bit. Now it's gone even lower. I could see if we pull a trend line around here, I feel like it could go up it could come down from here. So I draw a line here. It could come down from here. It could break through this support line, go through, and it could reach another low there. We can mark it here, or reach here about 94, this line, and from there then there's obviously there's not going to be no support. If it goes through that, I think it will just go straight crashing down, which will not be good news for us at all. But this is because there's been a lot of bad news about it in terms of like the coin itself not being decentralized. Like Quant itself not going to be decentralized. It's going to be very, very highly centralized. And that defies the whole point of cryptocurrencies. People wouldn't want to not move into it. They will not want to transfer their funds onto it, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be taking your money out of the system. You're going to be still stuck in the system, because people are going to, big corporations are going to take over cryptocurrency, and everything will just be controlled, rather than it being like a place where you have investments being made. Everything, all the prices of everything will be strategically placed by themselves, even though you can see that industries already are funding cryptocurrencies, crushing them. You can see that the little spikes and the bull runs, they are artificial, but that's only here and there. With it being more centralized, you're going to see not much fluctuation. You won't be able to make investments. You wouldn't be able to profit from cryptocurrency as you are now. But don't get me wrong, if we see a partnership that I've been looking at, that I'll make another separate video on, it could really go or retrace down to here around $100, then go back up, and obviously it will make another low and go further up. So it will obviously it's not going to stay it's not going to go flying up. It won't go in the same way. It won't show green all the way, but you're going to see some red candles coming down, then shooting back up. So it could well enough from here go to around 130. I could even see it going to 160, because look, there's been levels here. If you look back here, there's been levels where it's been at 150, and what stops it from going up there? If there's good positive news about it. Now if we go to the Twitter tweet from Quant's official website, Quant's official account, talking about, we recently spoke to the FinTech Times about the transformational impact of a digital pound. Gilbert Verdian, he tags here, says it offers new efficiencies and faster workflows as our living experience becomes increasingly digital. So there's an article that I've got here we'll look through it. But that's quite an interesting take on the whole thing. So Bitcoin, all there is to know with industry views from Oakcoin, Carter, Tribe Payments and more. So year in and year out, people continue to wonder how long crypto hype is going to continue. The volatility of the market and its crashes it has faced keep leading to some to believe that the digital currency's time has come to an end. But without fail, it always pops back again, up again. Why? So this month at the FinTech Times, we're going to be looking at what makes digital currency so popular. We will also be uncovering emerging alternatives to cryptocurrencies and why the digital future looks so intriguing. So let's skip to around here. It talks about the UK's recent appointment of Rishi Sunak to leader of the Conservative Party and Prime Minister has triggered some momentum towards the creation of a Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, obviously, it's going to be something that's going to be centralized, very, very controlled by the UK government. And I've heard, obviously, in the last video that I made, there's going to be a coin that comes out for India as well that will replicate the rupee as well. So technically, everything like in terms of government wise for currency, it's all reaching into the crypto space, but it creates a more centralized area rather than what we've known to see for crypto itself being uncentralized, like decentralized, being a place where you can trace everything, but it's not controlled. You're going to see a lot of fluctuations. You can see like future investments to be made. So if there were more like countries doing what UK is going to do, essentially everything will just be centralized. It wouldn't be a place where you're able to profit from a lot, like I've repeated many times. So let's read on. Lau is the COO of the US cryptocurrency exchange OKCoin. Sunak has previously called for the development of a CBDC by 2025 during his time as the Chancellor of the Exchequer, continues Lau. However, even with a friendly face to at 10 Downing Street, I don't think that a Bitcoin will be high on the agenda of Prime Minister Sunak. So now let's go further into this. So an up-and-coming form of payment, according to Dante Siracusa, the welcome development of Bitcoin would carry many of the same benefits of CBDCs while promoting resiliency and innovation within the UK financial system. So he's a chief product officer at Carter Worldwide, a Canadian fintech specializing in mobile and emerging payments. He cites that the consumer benefits of wider payment choices and access to digital financial infrastructure. So Siracusa expects Bitcoin to become one of the most robust and respected CBDCs because it goes against affirmed crypto principles of decentralization and embraces middlemen. So technically, like I was saying, it takes out the whole part of it being decentralized. So what would we benefit from? It says that we will benefit from it not being decentralized, which isn't a benefit in our own financial benefits. Now, if we go lower and lower, there's more talks about Alex Reddish. So he's hesitant to recognize whether Bitcoin will become the UK's first becomes UK's CBDC. He said he goes on to add cost efficiency and resilience to these benefits, explaining that it could serve as a backup option against payment rail failure. The counter argument for such a fluid environment includes stability, continues Reddish. Jurisdictions do not want an outflowing financial instrument to point where they are not maintaining any in country value. So losing the race, it talks further about Daniel Belder. He recognizes slow, drawn out launch of Bitcoin. He describes it as a arrival as long overdue, with the Bank of England being extremely behind the curve in exploring its feasibility. And now if we scroll down, so let's talk about the Gilbert Verdian part. Inflation and the activities of the Bank of England has dominated the financial news agenda in 2022 and likely to continue to do so in 2023. Obviously that we know he's a CEO of Quant. And let's see the last thing he says. The project looks to the private sector to innovate different payments use cases and applications that use retail CBDCs for a better experience. The central bank is also experimenting with prototype synchronization to coordinate settlement processes with Project Meridian. Now, if we sum up this whole thing, they are trying to decentralize payments in cryptocurrency. That is not going to benefit us. I could see that being very, very negative news, because the whole thing about cryptocurrency is to move away from the whole order of using fiat money, and it's a whole space where you kind of profit from the change in price of coins. It gives you a whole different type of source of income, whilst when governments move into it, it's gonna limit all of that happening, and you're gonna have to find another way of making money. And at the moment, you could see so many ways of different ways of making money, like NFTs or like trading the price itself. It's going to become somewhat like forex trading if you were trading crypto. So is there really a benefit in it? I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.